So, it's been a month now that sss4u has been released. I personally didn't listen to it. It's because I don't really care for music like that. But I was looking on the charts this week, and Nokia, I still haven't heard that song. I'll probably bump it in a couple of days. I have heard a few snippets here and there from the album, but I didn't really listen to it. But that's not the point. The point is, all I hear online is that this album flopped, or that Drake, his album didn't do well. It didn't do normal Drake album numbers, but it did not flop in any sense of the word. Yes, The Weeknd's album sold more first week, but what about second week? What about third week? What about fourth week? I mean, as of right now, Drake's still in the top 3 albums, and he has a higher charting song right now, Nokia. I think Timeless was a bigger hit than Nokia, but that song was a single, so you never know how far Nokia is gonna go, and what other songs on Hurry Up Tomorrow is actually a bigger song than Nokia right now. There's been several albums that have dropped this year. So Wham, Hurry Up Tomorrow, and the most recent one was Playboi Carti's album Music. We'll have to see what single actually outlasts Playboi Carti's, any single that Playboi Carti has. Well, let's see if it does better than Nokia. And also, we need to pay attention to how long Music stays at the top of the charts, because the projected sales is 250K. That's the same numbers as Drake, and this is Playboi Carti's biggest first week sales number, first week sales week, and he broke all these records on Spotify for this year. Had the biggest streaming album in a day. Had pre-sales for his album. He had all the stuff. So I mean, when you do pre-sales, I don't know how long the pre-sales was out for. It could have been a couple of days. But when you do the pre-sales, I don't know why they don't start the album sales at the pre-sale, because you cannot say, oh, you did this much in a week if you had pre-sales for a couple of days or even a week in advance. I don't think he had pre-sales in a week in advance. I don't know. I feel like he gave the date maybe a week in advance, so I don't know if he had pre-sales before the date was even given, but I don't see how sss4u is a flop in any sense of the word, because first of all, Drake is still on the charts with that album. It's a top 5 album on the Billboard 200 charts. He has a top 10 song in Nokia, and he sold 250K first week. This album is going to go platinum. It may go double platinum. It's definitely going platinum, but it may go double platinum. We'll see. We'll see the longevity of the lifespan of this project. The reason why people can tarnish or talk down on this album is because GNX did really well and is doing really well, but GNX is Kendrick's victory lap, and Kendrick has the support of the record industry. That's why he's on Playboi Carti's album 3 times. Do you think Kendrick was on Playboi Carti's album before the beef? Because Playboi Carti's been talking about this album for multiple years. He's been working on this album for multiple years. When did Kendrick send those 3 verses? Or those three, when did Kendrick hop on those 3 songs? I have no idea. But I know that some people are saying he was dissing Drake and he was dissing 50 Cent on the album, so I know that these are recent verses. They're not old. So yeah, Kendrick has the backing of the industry right now. I'm a Kendrick fan, so I mean, I'm not hating on Kendrick. I actually like his music. I just dislike the fact that all these people are trying to say Drake flopped. They're trying to say that all this stuff, like his album underachieved. It underachieved to Drake's standards. But you gotta understand, Drake, the only other person that I can put on that level, well, there's a lot of other people, like Bruno Mars, fucking The Weeknd, when The Weeknd dropped Starboy, Taylor Swift when she dropped the Poet album, and then GNX. Kendrick didn't. Oh, damn, too. But I was gonna say Kendrick didn't have a project like any of Drake's projects until GNX, but he did have Damn. Damn was a huge project, and this is probably Kendrick's second time dominating with a single project. And Damn dominated for years, and then he came back off that and dropped an album, the Black Panther album. So I wanted this video to be 10 minutes, but now I'm realizing I don't have a 10 minutes worth of content or 10 minutes worth of conversation. So I'm going to end it shortly by saying this. If you are the person that thinks that this Drake album did not do well, if by Friday or Thursday, whenever they give the official numbers for Playboi Carti's album, if it sells 250K in 1 week, you got to ask yourself, did Playboi Carti flop? Or did Drake not flop? It's one or the other. Playboi Carti album, if it sells 250K first week, that solidifies that Drake's album did not flop. Yeah, he didn't do the numbers The Weeknd did, but where was The Weeknd's album on the 4th week it came out? And where's Drake's album right now? It's third on the Billboard, on the 200 charts. So just stop hating and stop following the path everybody else is paving. You gotta just think objectively, and it doesn't matter if you don't like Drake or if you love Drake. It is what it is. His album did not flop.